Todd with Defense and Safety. How's everyone doing? Just a reminder, I'm on Instagram, so if you want to follow, I post a lot of cool pictures of knives and meat, a lot of steaks and stuff, and a lot of coffee, beer, wine. The review I want to do today is on the Umnumzaan. I've had this Sebenza left hand with the micarta inlays for quite a while, and I have been very, very pleased with it. I think it's a great knife. Really love it. And I wanted an Umnumzaan, and I wanted it with the old pivot. They've gone now to a pivot that's in between these two. It's like a large version of this, it's the same pivot you'd see on the Sebenza 25. But to me, the Umnumzaan, it just doesn't look right. I mean, it's a great pivot, but it just, to me, this is what makes the Umnumzaan, part of what makes it. I was hoping to get one without this new over travel stop, and frankly, it doesn't bother me now that I've seen it in person. It looks worse when you see it in pictures. And then I got the digital camo kind of OD green or greenish lanyard, which I left on. I normally take them off, but I kind of like the look of this one. You can also get it in black. Now this is the True North Knives version, or it's limited to they're the only ones that sell it. So it's the Tanto knife, which I like way more than the clip pointer or that they normally have. This has a convex front tip, a hollow grind. It's got this nice little, again, thumb rest. I just cut down a huge box that was actually laminated double thick cardboard like this, and this would just push right down through it. That's what you can see on the blade right here, some of the tape and gunk. But I just wanted to give you a comparison of the two side by side, and also urge you to go to the Blade HQ YouTube channel. They did a two-part series on Meet the Knife Maker on Chris Reeve, and it is really interesting. And what it really shows you is the thought and the evolution that has gone into making these knives, and the constant quest for absolute perfection. You know, it's hard to tell when you just grab a knife and go, hey, this is a pretty nice knife, and really understand the difference between, just trying to get this gunk off, between a, you know, the quality between two different knives. You can get a lot of really well-made knives, and they all feel really great. When you watch that video and understand what they're doing to make these knives as perfect as possible, the tolerances are in the thousandths of an inch, and you know, the evolution has been going on for 25 years. So these knives are very well thought out. They're classic designs, and you know, they only get better. I can't wait for the Sebenza 25 to come out as a left-handed knife. So it's essentially an evolution of the 21. You get the new larger pivot. You get the ceramic ball interface, which is what this has versus just titanium on the blade, and you get a almost a flat ground blade. There's a ever so slight hollow grind to it, but otherwise, and they have a little bit different design, but a little bit maybe improved handle ergonomics. But in general, I just want to say the one thing about these, and a lot of people, and I was in that boat, you know, a year or two ago when I started this channel. How would somebody pay $450 for a knife, which both of these are around $450? And I will tell you, it's worth it. These really are worth it. And I remember seeing people say the same thing and thinking, no way is that worth it. And I will tell you, if you could only own one knife, having a Sebenza or an Umnumzaan is well worth it. And as a matter of fact, if I could only own one of these, I'd own the Umnumzaan. I really like this Tanto blade. It's got a slight bit of belly to it and a convex tip. The grind, I mean, when you look at this knife up close and inspect every little millimeter of it, it is perfection. Not one grind is off. These and from the factory, of all knives I've ever gotten, production or custom or mid-tech, these are the sharpest knives I've ever gotten. They're perfectly sharpened. Just the smallest edge and razor, razor, razor sharp. So again, these are left-handed, but they're identical to the right-handed versions. But just a great, great knife. I've been carrying this all week. I just love it. Probably the only thing that's going to get it out of my pocket is a knife that I have coming from Alex. A poor boy CQC8. That's going to make me stop carrying it. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know that this is a great knife. I've been on the fence about getting one for a while, and when I saw True North Knives put up that they had this with the old, this was still born in July of this year. So he's switched his pivots now, and for some reason these orders are still being fulfilled with the old large pivot, and I really, really, really love it. So I had to just get one. I didn't want to wait. He only had at the time, I think he had 5 in of each, 5 with this lanyard and 5 with the black lanyard. I'm sure he has some right-handed ones as well, but it's just an awesome knife. I will say the only dig I'd give it is that the lock bar is extremely tight, and you can see you're pressing way down here, as opposed to on this knife you can get way up more to the end, so you get more leverage. But this really, your finger will get sore from opening it because it's so thin here and it just sticks up like that. But you know, in casual use, you know, you can just move your thumb around a little bit where you're pressing it, and it's not so bad. But this has the blade stop as part of the thumb studs with the little rubber rings, so it's very quiet opening and closing, because that's also the blade stop closing. And very clean design. You've just got the one stand up back here and the pivot, and then you've got your lanyard holder. Extremely, and this provides a lot of traction, way more than this. This feels smooth in your hand, even with this, which, you know, fills out the hand more, but it does not provide a tremendous amount of traction over titanium, where this provides a lot of traction, definitely more. All right, well, I just thought I'd give you a quick look at this. Highly recommend anything from Chris Reeve, but in particular this Tanto True North Knives exclusive is worth hunting down and getting if you're going to get one. All right, take care.